Watching out for your safety in downtown Portland as the Old Town neighborhood continues to press city leadership for a decisive action plan to heal their city blocks. And KOIN 6 spoke with leaders of one neighborhood fixture, the Lan Su Chinese Garden, about how meetings with the city have gone. Jenny Young joins us. Jenny, you say they want to see more urgency out of City Hall?
That's right. They say they're not seeing that, and the director of the Chinese Garden says that it is a tranquil place. She called it an oasis. She said that their employees work so hard to keep it that way. But in the meantime, while they're doing that, they're emotionally burdened by seeing what they're seeing on the streets, people having mental health crisis. They're worried about being attacked. They are being attacked while they're on their way to work and while they're at work. She says it's just uncalled for and it's time for it to end.
How can we allow this to keep happening? And how can our leaders who know this is happening not address it like the crisis it is?
Leaders of cultural institutions in Old Town are asking city and county elected officials when we can expect to see less talk and more action. Last month, Elizabeth Nye, director of the Lan Su Chinese Garden, and leaders of 4 other museums met with Multnomah County commissioners and Portland City commissioners to ask how they plan on tackling these tough issues. Nye says she and her counterparts walked away from those meetings discouraged by the lack of urgency.
The earliest proposal that we heard was March for one of the proposed solutions, but most of them were acknowledged a year out.
She says the most urgent plan was presented by Commissioner Mingus Mapps. Tonight, we caught up with Mapps at an event in Southeast Portland to ask specifically about this issue. He pointed to the fall budget drafted just today and, if passed, will provide money for security for museums.
I believe that we are going to make allocations of about $100,000 to a handful of critical cultural institutions downtown. That'll help them find the right public safety fixes to help them just literally keep in business at this point. We have folks who are afraid to go to work and people who are afraid to visit the museums and the gardens. We got to turn that around.
Nye and the other museum leaders say they're asking Mayor Wheeler and commissioners to create a 30, 60, and 90-day plan that will lend itself to Portlanders finally feeling safe living, visiting, and working in downtown.
At the end of the day, we're all leaders of cultural institutions, and what we do really well is run our institutions. I don't have the solutions for all of the crises and problems that we see on the streets, but we hired elected leaders for these jobs, and all of us are asking these leaders and their staffs and their bureaus to come together and come up with the solutions that our city deserves.
We also interviewed Commissioner Carmen Rubio at that same event where we talked to Commissioner Mapps. She says, one of the things she said anyway, is that this problem didn't happen overnight. It's not going to be solved overnight. Joanne Hardesty still has not met with the group of museum leaders. She says she can't meet with them until November 22nd, even after the board chair, the Multnomah County board chair, all the commissioners, Portland City and county commissioners have met with this group. I asked Commissioner Hardesty's people, her staffers, why they have been putting this group off, why they've put them off so long. I'm still waiting to get a response. Once they respond to my email, I'll let you know. Reporting live tonight, Jenny Young, KOIN 6 News.